Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just want to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself, James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself, James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way, I do hope your day is going way better than fantastic. And your journey to self-betterment is going way better than fantastic as well. Today I want to talk about something that has been going semi-viral over the last few days. And that is Kourtney Kardashian had a telephone argument with her sister Kim Kardashian. And in this conversation or argument, Kourtney called Kim a narcissist. Then before the call ends she calls Kim a witch. Now this didn't seem like words Kourtney was just throwing around. It appeared she really meant what she said. Now no one knows if a great many of the Kardashians and or Jenners have narcissistic personality disorder. Because, as we know, only a doctor can give a diagnosis. However, that doesn't mean us lay people with experience can't see red flags and move accordingly in our life and with regards to the people we deal with in our lives. And we can also make observations of people we see. So-called friends, co-workers, and even television and movie personalities. You see, there was a time, years ago, I did watch a little bit of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And the reason was I felt like there was a narcissistic dynamic to their family. Plus, it was interesting and sad really, to see how culture shifted almost solely based on this family. Now I want to backtrack a moment. My last video was regarding the female narcissist. Part of one of a series I'm going to be doing. And in part 2 we are going to be talking more about the Kardashians. So here I will just keep the details short. But the sad truth is that Kim Kardashian, with the alleged help of her mother Kris Jenner, created a new way for women to act like and behave in society, mimicking what a female narcissist would be like. And they pushed an unrealistic lavish lifestyle that most people will never be able to live. However, as I mentioned in my last video, there are tons of content creators that will interview random women on the street from all walks of life, and will ask them how much a man has to financially earn before they will consider to date this man. And when you hear these unrealistic answers, it will make you shake your head in disbelief. Someone wanting several hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and some will command millions. Will they ever get such a man? Probably not. But they will hop from man to man looking for someone that can give them the materialistic lifestyle they want. And Kim Kardashian has created the template that has sent millions of these women down this path of self-destruction. All the while she's a billionaire if I'm not mistaken. You see, narcissists love to turn other people into them. They love it. Either they love to hear you beg and cry and argue with them, or they love it when they can change your morals and beliefs into the same dark evil energy they feel and live by every single day of their lives. Back when I started this channel, only Fs wasn't even a thing. Now there are millions of average everyday women selling the unthinkable on such a site. Who was the one that made such a thing popular? But the narcissist statement means more than just that. When I heard Kourtney call Kim a narcissist, you see, I every now and then, when I used to watch the show more often, I would think about if Kim is the golden child. But as I think about it, just like any narcissistic family, there can be several scapegoats and several golden children. And they can rotate in and rotate out, depending on how the lead narcissist or the puppet master chooses. So it's been said and alleged that Kris Jenner, Kim and Kourtney's mother, is the one that helped and encouraged Kim to film the tape that made her famous. From the evidence it looks like that could be the case. But I will say alleged, because I wasn't there. But if it were the case, Kris possibly knew that her time as an it girl at the Hollywood parties was probably coming to an end. But here's her young daughter that is now in that scene, as Kim was hanging out pretty regularly with Paris Hilton, who had such a tape released. And it became extremely popular, unfortunately. But what if Kris realized? If Kim were to make such a tape, and if it were to be marketed correctly, they could spin it into something big. Because at the time, everyone wanted a reality show. Well, that tape is more than likely the reason why their reality show started to begin with. Because before that tape, no one really knew who Kim Kardashian was. People just knew that she was Paris Hilton's really attractive and exotic-looking friend that went to nightclubs together. Now again, I'm not calling Kris Jenner a narcissist. But a narcissist parent will use their kids to get what it is they want in life. But to speak hypothetically, if Kris Jenner were a narcissist, it wouldn't be too hard to believe that Kris always wanted to be a movie star and a big-time celebrity. She appears to be the social climber type. By any means necessary. I mean, without the tape, Kim likely wouldn't be a billionaire. Nor would her half-sisters be billionaires. And doubtful anyone would know who Kris Jenner is at all. You see, a narcissist parent will either try to overtly wreck your life. There are some narcissist parents that will overfeed their children. If you come from a poor background like myself, your narcissist parent might try to ruin your education. So you have a hard time in school. So you're always in slow learning classes. But the rich narcissist, they might send you to school. They might even encourage you to do well in school and athletics. But it's not so you can have a fruitful life. It's so they can somehow use whatever you're doing as an angle to get something out of it. And if Kris Jenner is a narcissist or a toxic type like a narcissist, it wouldn't be so hard to see that Kim could be the #1 golden child. Now, could there be more golden children? And what about the scapegoats? Well, I remember a few years ago, one of the Jenner sisters said she didn't like being a part of stuff and all of the glitz, and she just didn't like it at all. She seemed to question things and to not appear to be comfortable with their life. And Kourtney, again, seemed to question things a lot. However, she also appeared to have some toxic traits herself. But this is like I've said before. If you were raised by a narcissist, and you have empathy and love and kindness, you still might have a few traits of your narcissist mother or father in there, somewhere that you aren't aware of. Or you might be acting in a way that your narcissist mother or father programmed into you. And even though you are a wonderful person, it's those 1 or 2 quirks that might turn off someone that is a bit more healthy. I can look back in my life and see dumb things I said and did. Nothing big. But one might have thought, wow, I thought this guy was cool. But that was a bit off. And this is where self-reflection comes into play. And it's possible. The more Kourtney gets away from her family, the more screwed up she probably realizes it is. Now, I forgot to mention. Just search Kourtney calls Kim a narcissist and the clip will come up for you to watch. And in this clip, Kourtney is upset that Kim made Kourtney's wedding day miserable because Kim was constantly complaining, as she didn't like this and she didn't like that. Let me ask you a question. What does a narcissist do when you get something just as good as they have? Or you have something even better than they've got? I've used this example before. Remember when you were in high school, and there was a popular shoe type or jacket that everyone liked, and you didn't have much money to your name, but you lucked out. You got the jacket or the shoes from an aunt or uncle that had money for your birthday, and you put on your shoes with pride. And as soon as you walked into school, the friends that you thought were going to say, "Wow, cool shoes," they began to laugh at you and make fun of your shoes. There's a saying, a good friend is there when you are poor, but they don't change when you become rich. Someone that is envious or worse, a full-on narcissist. They might tell you how great your success is today, and maybe even for a few months. But eventually they will start to take jabs at you and your life. Or if it really irks them, they will take jabs right on the spot, the very day they see you have something good going on. Because you see, you having something good creates a narcissistic injury. How dare the spotlight be off of them and on someone else? Because they literally see it as you are stealing supply from them. Is this what happened in the case of Kim and Kourtney? I don't know. But again, it seems, the more Kourtney gets away from that family, the more she starts to realize how much of an evil mess it really is. Allegedly. Allegedly. And before she hung up the phone, you could hear Kourtney start to cry and she called Kim a witch. And then she hung up. The way she said it wasn't in a playful joking manner. It appeared she really meant it. And what's interesting is, there is a story floating around that they are witches. Again, I don't know about that. But it appears the more Kourtney breaks free from her family of origin, the more she starts to see things for what they really are. Is it narcissism? Well, I will leave that up for you to think about and ponder. With that said, I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.